Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Thursday night and we are live. I am your host with the most, Dixie Dave. Over here we got the old timer, Mr. No Soul, Crusher Crossen.
No soul? Where does this come from?
Well, you lost your soul over in Ireland.
Well, last time I remember the referee counted 3, and I should be a 6-time champ if I remember correctly.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
And Ricky dodged a bullet there because for some reason, even though Mercer counted 3, he decided to say 2. I don't know what kind of math he does there.
Well, countrymen stick together possibly.
And I should be a 6-time champ, but you know what? Ricky's gonna have his day yet. Well, and all he does is gloat. You know what I'm gonna call him now, Dave? I got a new name for him. It's not the Globetrotter. It's the Gloat Trotter. Because all he does is gloat.
Well, he is the man that put you out of the business.
Oh, come on. I retired.
You agreed that would be a retirement match, and he pinned you, so he put you out.
You're getting me all wound up here, Dave.
Well, what else is new?
Speaking of getting wound up, today's show is the Dri-Dock.
Yep.
Studio taping 116.
And before you continue, I apologize to the viewers. You're going to have to sit through the Russians today.
Yeah, I don't know what the match is going to be. I don't even remember, but yeah, they will most likely be on it. But you're also going to see, I know on this one for sure, it's myself, Crusher, against the Mystery Man, getting revenge for him hitting me with that chair on that other show we watched a while back.
Yeah.
Busting me open and everything. So this is the following card, and this is the revenge match. So that'll be a fun one. I know that was a good match. And so yeah, I'm in singles action. I'm not teamed with Dread on this one.
Yeah.
Singles action.
And while we're talking here, Wayne's joined us in today.
Wayne.
Yep.
I got the comment feed over here. Yeah, boo to the Russians. Yes, no doubt. Yeah, those guys were. Dirty Ernie was a great gimmick. The Russian gimmick, nah, didn't care for it.
The Russians were bigger pile of drizzling shits than I was.
But something, the AWA had a lot of boring Russians too. Remember Boris Zukov?
Yeah.
He wasn't anything.
I mean, he was enough for Vince McMahon to pick him up.
Well, only to take him from Vern. He was just trying to put Vern out of business at that point and taking everybody he can. But nah, Boris Zukov, he was no Nikolai Volkov.
No.
And no Ivan Koloff or Nikita Koloff. I mean, those were good Russians. Boris Zukov, yeah, I wouldn't.
To quote the Iron Sheik, hot tui.
Yeah. So anyways, and then I want to talk a little bit. I normally don't go over this stuff right away, but this is going to be kind of interesting. So I'm going to share this right now. We'll share it at the end of the show too. But as you know, coming up next week on Forward, it's going to be a big show. We're going to have.
It's because the Globetrotters got a big match coming up.
Yeah, big match in April, and he's going to be facing this young man here, Mitch. Just Mitch, he goes by now. He used to be Mitch the Kid, and they both these guys started out when they were 13, 14 years old, and so very similar paths.
Yep.
And very, very talented, both of them. So this will be a really good match for the NWF belt. So we're going to have him on. Mitch is going to be the first time to face up with Ricky on the show. We'll see how that goes. But what I really wanted to talk about was what's going to happen in 2 weeks. Because in 2 weeks...
yeah, let's tell them about this.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, this is what's going to happen. Dixie Dave's going to join me on Thursday in 2 weeks for NWF Forward. That's right. Crusher Crossen and Dixie Dave on Forward in an NWF Forward in review. And what's that all? Oh, you just have to tune in and see.
It's the first time in a year or two that I've actually graced Forward with my presence.
Yep. And it's going to be a forward show. And so,
Yep.
kind of an interesting little twist. And we'll see how this goes. This should be fun. But what that means is after
The
like
following week on Friday,
3 weeks on the Friday, it will be NWF Rewind with Crusher Crossen and Ricky Henry. We're switching roles with Dave and Ricky for a couple shows, what we're doing here, guys. And Dave insisted it had to be an early show, so I don't think we can get much earlier than this. And Studio Taping 32 is still going by the TWF in these days.
and you know, I know, Ricky, you're going to tear Crusher apart during this.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a field day. He's gonna try to embarrass me, Dave. He's gonna try to make fun of me. And
he's going to talk about how you don't have proper wrestling attire.
Yeah, yep. He's gonna have his. Now remember, this will be a forward or a rewind show on the day forward. Normally be on Friday,
right?
At the normal time forward, because obviously Ricky isn't gonna be up at 2 a.m.
Right.
So yeah, so it'll just be a little earlier. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see how Ricky co-hosts on Rewind, as well as Dave co-hosting on Forward. So it should be fun. We'll talk about this at the end of the show too, but I just wanted to share that right away.
Right.
That's gonna be kind of fun stuff.
Before we go any further, to our Instagram viewers,
yes,
you guys get what, half hour to an hour of the show. You miss out on a lot if you don't come over here to YouTube and join us. You come over to YouTube and join us, you can actually converse with us.
Right. And there were some questions going on, like they were saying, like, how come you were on Forward? How come we didn't stream to NIPW, only streamed to the NWF YouTube channel last week? Well, that's because we found out some rules of YouTube.
Yep.
They don't allow streaming. They don't allow multiple content on 2 different YouTube channels. And we were lucky we never got flagged for it, but we don't want to risk getting flagged for it because that could screw up our monetization and everything. So,
yep. So, we're going to keep it right here on our channel.
Yeah, we're not going to stream to any multiple YouTube channels because it's just not worth getting in trouble for that.
You want to see NWF stuff, come here, visit us.
Yeah.
You want to see stuff from Northern Ireland, go to their YouTube page.
Exactly.
We are happy with our channel, and
yep, we're growing and getting more and more.
We love visiting with you guys every couple of weeks.
Yep. And we always like interacting. So, Wayne, feel free to chime in, and anybody else. I don't think we have Gizmo and those guys connected yet. Maybe they'll be coming in late. They're getting confused because they seem to get thinking we're on Fridays versus Thursdays, and hopefully that's not the case again. They get confused and we don't get those guys because they have a whole crew of people that come in. And
oh yeah.
But in any event, we always like interacting, so feel free to ask any questions as we go. This is going to be a fun show. This is a Dri-Dock taping, one of the later ones. This is the end of the NWF era.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much a full-blown indie promotion at this point in time. And,
right.
It was shortly after this taping, I believe, Silo Sam showed up at the Dri-Dock. Wasn't too much longer after this taping.
Yeah.
He showed up and got in there, and nobody wanted to get in there with him. They're all afraid because he's such a big guy. And Jamie says, I'll spar out with you. I'll work out there with you. Jamie got in there with him. Yeah.
Oh, Jamie was fearless in the ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to say who was more fearless, Jamie or the Super D's.
Right. Yeah. Now, the Super D's are pretty fearless for young kids, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I'd like to just say that I am the man that technically pinned the Globetrotter Ricky Henry and became 6-time champ, theoretically, because referee counted it. So, how Ricky always says, I am the man that retired Crusher Crossen. How dare he say that? That he retired me. Jesus. That don't sit well with
referee's decision is official.
Oh, Dave.
You see so many times in matches where people get a 3 count, bell doesn't ring.
And then
until
the fans
ref
start
official-
shouting, "You screwed up! You screwed up!"
Well,
Fans are
normally,
smart these days.
nowadays it's not so much you screwed up. It's,
Yeah,
something that rhymes with buck.
yeah, yeah. So anyways, yeah, let's get the show started, Dave, and then we can have people.
Yeah, well,
chime
you're
in if they
getting that
want.
started. Like I said, anybody on Instagram,
Yeah.
scrap the Instagram, jump over here to YouTube, chit chat with us.
Yeah, come over. If you're on Instagram, get over here to YouTube because we can't see your comments or anything. And if you're on Instagram, to find our YouTube's very simple. You just go into our bio and the link is right there.
Yep.
Our YouTube channel link. And when you go there, you'll see we are live and you can join our YouTube feed and then you can interact with us. So we always encourage. The only reason we're live on Instagram is just to get you to come over here to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, technically right now, if you're watching on Instagram, if you're in the Central Time Zone, it is 8:16, just to show you we're live.
Dave, I was going to say, before I start the show, I seen a video come across on my Instagram feed, and it was one of the Bushwhackers. I don't know which one. He must have just done the match or something recently. And he was in the ring, and he threw somebody, and then he ran over to him and then hit him with like a clothesline and then took him over the top rope and eliminated him. It was some indie show or something.
Yeah.
And he literally did the old man shuffle in the ring to run over to hit him to get him out of the ring. And I was thinking to myself, if I look like that when I did my match with Ricky Henry, I would have never done my match. No offense to the Bushwhacker, but man, there comes a point, Dave, when you just don't do it anymore.
It's getting to be a thing nowadays. I mean, as you know, Crusher, I'm here just outside of the Twin Cities. And I just saw something on my Instagram or Facebook, one of the two. And Tony DiNucci, whom you probably remember, is running a promotion here. And he's bringing in Hacksaw Jim Duggan for a show. I'm sorry, but
guy's got to be in his 70s, maybe even 80s.
Well, if you give me just a second, I can let you know.
I think he's in his early 70s, maybe late 60s, early 70s.
It's...
Yeah, he can hold the 2x4 up and do his thing and his big thumbs up. But, I mean, you want to entertain the wrestling fan. You want to entertain the wrestling fans. You don't want to...
72 years old.
Yeah, 72. It's just...
It's
almost it's no different than rock artists too when they get to be too old. It's like they can't sing anymore. It's time to stop doing. You're doing more damage to your reputation than you're doing good.
It's just like you were saying prior to the lead up to your match. You commented that I'm jealous because I'm not back in the ring. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not jealous that I'm not back in the ring. I don't need that. I don't need the big hurrah send-off.
Well, and you don't probably want to go through the physical sacrifice that you need to go through to be able to get in the ring again. It's in our age, we can't just jump in. We have to prepare, and it's not fun. It's not. That was no picnic.
And I don't need the big send-off like AJ Styles got.
Yeah, I seen that.
Great show. Great how Undertaker caught him off guard.
Yeah.
But, I don't need that.
I thought AJ Styles was an AEW, though.
No. AJ Styles has never been AEW.
Was it where did he come from?
He came from TNA.
TNA originally, but he hadn't been there for a long time, huh?
No, he jumped ship from TNA, went over to Japan, wrestled for New Japan for a few years, and then his contract expired over there, so he came to WWE.
Yeah, he just looks so. I don't know. I look at him and he just. No offense to AJ Styles, but he hasn't aged well from what he looked like when he first started.
Well, I mean,
I'm being honest. I'm being perfectly honest.
He didn't start as young as
the same guy. I mean.
you know, he wasn't as young as we were, but he was really young when he started.
And he had a whole different look, like a clean cut look. And now he's got the long hair, and it's just different look, from what he was. Now let me get this show started so we can have some wrestling going on, so their viewers can see this. There we start this up. There we go, and Dave and I can keep talking. Wayne says AJ was in the WWE for the last 10 years.
Yep, he joined, like he said, his first match was Rumble of 2016, and AJ just wanted to get out of the ring before he turned 50, and
right, which is smart.
Speaking
of the Russians, there they are. In the intro.
Yep, I apologize, people. And we got Pretty Boy Taylor and
Pretty Boy.
Probably Ravishing Rusty or whatever he called his tag team partner.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're on the show too. I think. I mean, we'll find out. I know that me and the Mystery Man went quite a while. We took a lot of time off the clock. It's only an hour show, and I think we took at least 10 or... Our match was like 11, 12 minutes, maybe.
It looks like you also had a match against the Russians.
Oh, that's just in the intro. That's just... This intro doesn't represent the actual show.
Yeah.
That was one of the Dri-Docks there. Footage from the That's Tiny, everybody. Called himself Tiny as his nickname. I don't know what his real name was, but he always acted like he was, best friends with the president of the NWF. That was his gimmick.
Yeah.
He was sent up from the president. Yeah, we're starting with our grudge match with Crusher and Mystery right away. And like Dave said, the Instagram viewers, head over to YouTube so we can interact with you. Don't just stay on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, we don't charge you to talk to you.
And his opponent, coming to you from San Diego, California, Crusher Crossen, one half of the...
There's a pretty good crowd here tonight.
Yep.
This show, I can see a lot of people packed in there. I always compared this crowd to very similar to the George's crowd in Fridley, only it was not as rowdy because they weren't drinking up alcohol and getting rowdied up,
Yep.
That belt they have is tag team. Me and Dredd were the tag team, world tag team title holders at the time.
Wayne commented even that it looked like a good crowd at the Dri-Dock.
Yeah, this was a pretty good crowd. And they all wanted to see Crusher get his revenge with Mystery Man because they seen how I got busted open the month before.
All right, having a little trouble getting
the same move I did to Ricky here, guys. Right there, that shoulder into the gut and sunset flip over. Did it a little faster back in these days, Dave.
Well, he also had about 30-some years less. See, and you still can't get the 3 count.
Wow, that's a pretty quick time to do a cover. You guys didn't get a whole lot into the Mystery Man yet.
A lot of experience in this. He's been wrestling 5 years.
Ricky doesn't like the way we do. He doesn't like the way I hold the headlock there. I remember him commenting on that when he's seen this match.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see how he tears it apart.
Yeah, he's gonna have fun. That's for sure. Anytime you give Ricky the opportunity to make fun of me, he enjoys every minute of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's so easy and so fun. So.
I really enjoyed working matches with the Mystery Man. He started out as a manager, and he got into the wrestling. He started wrestling, and he was very good. He was easy to work with. He wasn't trained as well as like the rest of us, but he could still work. He could still do it. That was a mess up there, by the way. I was supposed to drop kick him, and Mystery Man got confused, and I ended up kneeing him right in the face. That's why I kept grabbing my knee. It hurt. Gave Mystery Man a big fat lip from it, too.
It's unfortunate.
Well, that's what happens on botches.
Yeah.
Real bad, this mystery man out of Chicago.
That's how we do the Irish rips, guys. We didn't do that whole leap back and jump back like you do these days.
Good monkey flip.
a whole
for
new
the
technique
champion
now.
Crossen.
All I know is that green paint doesn't do a
Christian
thing
lock.
for him.
You notice a lot of the moves I'm doing right now are the same moves I did with Ricky. You notice?
Oh, yeah.
Because you got the knee on the back of the neck.
Real hard hold on the back of the neck.
Haven't lost much, have I, Dave? Haven't lost much to that.
Main artery to the brain.
Although I did these elbows too, but I didn't do these elbows this quick with Ricky Henry.
That's a hold that's really
That Crusher's got to be one of the more. Oh,
smash is really coming
Yeah, I
to
was
speed
a
in the
little.
last
I was
few
telling
years.
Ricky last week, if I was in my prime, that would have been one hell of a match we had.
Yeah.
But
You know, if
it is what it
I
is.
personally think if you would have been in your prime, you guys would have burned that crowd out before the end of the match.
Real bad blood between these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we already burned them out as it is, Dave. I mean, we'll talk
Well-
about that when we get to the forward show with you, but
Awesome clothesline.
because Dave's going to preview the whole
I tell you,
show
Crusher is coming at this
Yeah.
with a vendetta.
so that he can comment on what he thought of the whole show that I was on. Not just my match, but everybody's match.
The mystery man is he's delirious. I don't believe he knows where he is.
Dave's going to
Going
have
for
a
cover
private
now. He shouldn't be
screening of
messing
it.
around because he's got the man
Yep.
down.
Got the man down. He's got him worn down. Worn down.
I think now it's just rub it in, get back to what he had been given earlier.
Those wrestling boots I'm wearing, I donated those to Keaton out in Northern Ireland. He's got them now, and they're his boots.
He should have pinned him when he had him worn down. Now
The very same wrestling boots I'm wearing right now.
Yep.
He was super excited
And
to get them.
Keaton loves them.
Yeah.
Totally against the
So now, Dave, we all don't have our wrestling boots anymore.
Crusher is taking it all in stride.
Well, no, I mean,
I can't believe it.
Dredd still has my
Match has
boots
changed
somewhere,
so
but
much.
So he says, yeah, huh?
Dominating.
It turns around that fast here in the NWF. It's really something to look at.
He, the mystery man, is just flaunting now. Oh,
It's interesting, that commentator you hear that's talking
He
there,
does
just
know some of the tactics because
Not
he has
that
taught his
guy,
men outside the
but-
ring to destructors.
I'll point him out. He calls by Tommy the Mouth, he calls himself.
Back on the
yeah.
referee.
oh. Crusher took it
That
up
guy right there
stop
talking.
at the pipe.
He had his own access show at the time. It was like a talk show, like a cable talk show, and he had us on as guests. And
okay.
he really liked it. He had a really fun time doing that.
So you'd call that
So
a
then
flying
he wanted to
clothes hanger
come in and
there.
be guest commentator with us. So I said, sure. That's how I got this gig here right now, doing the guest commentating.
That is very painful hold.
How much can a man take?
I don't know. This mysterious man is showing me a lot in here. He's taking a
You know,
lot.
it's funny. Tony Begley, I don't know if he's out there in the crowd
Good leg
or
drop,
not,
good
but
power
he
by
was
Crossen.
saying last show we were on, Dave, that, you know, kind of making that same thing that I always hear from these guys over in Europe. Americans don't know chain wrestling. Well, look at all the chain wrestling I'm doing in this match.
Blow there on the mystery man's part.
Seeing a lot of chain in this match so
Yep.
far. It's not like we didn't know chain. Now, we weren't as good as they are in Europe with it. This,
we
sure.
we just like more of, I don't want to say the spot wrestling, but the storytelling of it.
Right. But we definitely intermingled with it. We definitely did our fair share of chain. No doubt about that. It's going to be a swan dive.
Could have ended this.
I thought of doing that again, and I just don't know if I don't know how that would feel these days.
Champion, yes, sir.
But I almost thought of trying a swan dive in the match with Ricky.
It's all over.
I could do it. I just don't. I think it might hurt like hell landing.
Yeah.
One of the greatest matches.
It
You know, my
definitely
shoulders, shoulders and knees are just not like. Like they still hurt, Dave, from the match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did I or did I not warn you about that?
Well, it's just, you know, slow
You know,
healing.
I told you before you got in the ring.
A lot of bad blood between those two guys.
Well, I think that Crusher got back what he had been hoping to get.
It's been about, well, it's been over. It's been like 5 weeks since I had the match, almost 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next boat.
There's
Jeff
Jeff.
Dinsmore.
After this, this commercial. We'll be back with our next.
So I get my revenge on Mystery Man and get the victory. Now we'll see what the next match is. Hopefully not the Russians.
Oh,
Everybody loves those guys, huh?
you know, sorry if I dozed off during that match.
All right, everybody.
Took all our public service announcements out, so we're right back.
Second match of the evening this evening is Terrific Tim and Tom Tyler coming out.
Okay, Thandar, Tom Tyler.
Yep, and Terrific Tim.
Terrific Tim, the late Terrific Tim. He passed away about a year and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
Terrific Tim and Tom Tyler, let's bring them out now.
Two young guys.
What am I done now?
Well, Tim's more your age.
Well, young, that's young. I mean, compared to like some of these guys right now. Like,
Yeah.
they're not in their 30s, 20s or 30s.
Tim would have been late teens, early 20s.
Right, but I'm talking like that's young. Like I'm talking like you know, late 20s, early 30s, like the other guys, like Dread.
Well,
Who's coming on?
we're back again. You can hear the music.
No, you can't hear the music. We had to take it out. Oh, Ice Dragon and Equalizer. Okay. Equalizer's in the blue. Brand fairly new. Green as hell, Dave. Green as hell. Ice Dragon knows what he's doing a bit.
Terrific Tim and Tom.
But man, I'll tell you something. The Equalizer, he was very limited in what he could do. Had a really good look.
And if I may say, real quick, seeing that we got the Ice Dragon out there, thoughts and prayers are with him. Hopefully everything's fine after the happenings where his business is.
What happened?
Well, you know, the venue that Ice Dragon's business is in.
Yeah, on the
Correct.
mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very quick on his feet.
Earlier this week, or later, either late last week or early this week, there was a shooting out there at the mall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know where in the mall it happened, but... And no, we're not talking about the Mall of America. It's a different mall, but...
Yeah, it's just a local suburb mall in the Twin Cities.
You know...
Looks like they collided.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Well, that's the thing with Tim. He's...
Well, that's not Tim, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's, well, it is Tim. Different Tim, though.
Yeah.
The Ice Dragon got up first.
Seemed to recover a little bit quicker.
Yes, he
It's
did.
kind of dark here. Let's get back on the action. I don't know what they're doing in the van. They're screwing around with the iris or whatever.
Yep.
It's really dark. I think it'll brighten up here after a while.
That's Tom Tyler. And,
Now we got
that's
Tim in there, Tom Tyler,
Connor
aka
up
Tim.
with the Ice Dragon. Off
And,
the ropes.
Ice Dragon.
That was a
Flying
bad
kick
drop
there into the
kick.
chest.
Yeah.
Flying drop kick.
Well, tell us a little bit about
But that was a good one for
Tom
Tim.
Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, he normally didn't do the drive kick. I don't
World
know
heavyweight
why I
champion.
even
Yeah,
tried.
he held the heavyweight championship. Grizzly
Tim's
Stevens
big
won
moves
it
would be like a
about 2
flying
months ago.
shoulder, flying
Defended
clothesline.
that quite well.
That's the
Yeah.
kind of
He's
stuff.
also a veteran
Power
of,
press slam. Those are the kind of things he'd do
He's held
really
a lot
good.
of numerous regional titles.
What do we got going
See if he's
on?
gonna
What
do
we
one
got going
here.
on here? The Equalizer is walking out, leaving the Ice Dragon in the ring by himself.
He's left the
It's
area.
hard to believe.
This
What's
happened
happening here?
last
That's
month.
'cause Equalizer can't do any moves.
Ice Dragon in the ring
What in
by
the world?
himself.
What in the world? Oh,
my God.
Well, now Ice Dragon's getting double teamed.
His partner
Where is
has
his tag
abandoned him.
team?
He has nobody to tag off
We
with.
need some help.
This is part of why the guys kind of got tired of doing the NWF day, because like Ice Dragon just becomes a tackling dummy at this point now.
Yeah.
He's not really getting any good matches. He's not getting good spots to go over. He's always in losing situations. You're not going to keep doing it if you're going to be put in those situations.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Comes in a masked
any
man
promoter
wearing a
knows
Harley sweatshirt
if
and-
all
and-
you do
my goodness,
is make your
Cameron
guys,
Owens, where did he come from?
you know,
did the Equalizer go?
lose their matches,
And the winners.
they're not going to enjoy it.
Tim and
Oh.
Tom Tyler by disqualification.
That's what they started doing with the guys in the NWF here.
You know, advice for every promoter, you know,
We did.
let all your guys
Well,
even the
That was one of the most
no-namers
unusual matches.
get a
What
win once in a
happened
while.
to
Yeah.
The equalizer. He abandoned the Ice Dragon. You were saying earlier.
And once again, if you're on Instagram watching
The Ice
this,
Dragon
get over
was
here to
left in the ring
YouTube because that
last
stream's
month
going to
here at
end
the
in
Dri-Dock by
a
Perfect
little less than
and
30
Tom
minutes.
Toller in
Yeah.
a match against Dri-Dock, Crossen and outlaw Deon Dallas. They left him alone to
Look at all the hairdos.
from
Oh,
what-
yeah.
All these
They
80s
do a little
hairdos
dirty
in
work
the
and get some
crowd.
payback for the Dragon.
Team up with him.
You see a
and
real
let him
mix,
go.
though. There's kids, there's grandmas, there's people of all ages. That was our crowd. All
Yeah.
age crowd.
Well, no matter what era of the NWF,
It's
it
good he
was
helped him. I don't
all
even
ages.
but the Dragon
Yeah.
was by himself.
Just
so
wrestling
any
fans,
help
and
you
wrestling
can get
fans are
when
of
you're
all
by
ages.
yourself works
That's
out.
right.
I think it's very, very, very cheap of the equalizer to walk out on his partner in a match like this, an
Certainly.
important match like this.
Certainly uncalled for.
Yeah, they're really getting on Equalizer for
When
walking
you're in a
out.
professional wrestling such as this, anything
He
can
probably thought
happen.
Thunder was too stiff.
We're gonna break
Oh,
the
I don't know.
commercial.
It was
And you're
planned. I don't know
watching
why though. It was kind of a dumb
Yeah.
angle.
Federation.
But
We'll be right back.
I'm not sure what the purpose of that angle was, to be honest with you. This is all Ernie and Jeff's work. You know,
You know, the
I had
only
nothing
thing
to do
I
with
can
that kind of
think
stuff.
of
Wrestlers,
is they knew Ice Dragon was on his way out the door.
Deon Dallas and Dr. Dread and his manager Cowboy Steve. Dr.
Well,
Dread is the most
yeah, maybe.
feared wrestler in
But it
the
did nothing for
NWF.
the Equalizer gimmick. I mean, he's supposed to be a babyface, and he walked out on his partner. That makes no sense.
Well, you know, it maneuvers him into a.
There's Cowboy Steve with that big sticky.
So now we got Dr. Dread.
From Russia, the Russian Scorpions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Russian
And Deon.
Scorpions.
Dr. Dread and Outlaw Deon teaming up because I had a singles match, so Deon's teaming
Yep.
with Dread for this match.
Well, everybody, welcome
And they're going to go against the Russians, our favorite Wayne.
Nap time.
Yes, it's the
Here come
Russians.
the Russians. Look at these.
Look at the Russians with the chain hanging around his neck over there. They're always a team to be reckoned with.
Now, how do they sign these guys? How do they get them in this country?
We'll see how they do in
Well,
this
it
match.
takes a lot of hard work and stuff, but you know the Russians, they're willing to send their athletes over here to show the
You know, with
American
Jeff
wrestlers
and
just
at
who
least
they
with
are.
Jeff, I think they'll take some bumps a little bit. I don't know how they're going to do it with Deon. I don't know how it's going to go with Deon. We'll see.
Yeah.
In the outer reaches, they had to. Look at the size of them. They're both wearing masks.
Oh, come on, Wayne. Don't do that to us.
And now on the other side of the ring.
Well, it might be a little bit better match because, like I said, Dread, they might. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
You know, Wayne says, time for a bathroom break.
Yeah, I see that.
His scientific style of wrestling, he brings chemicals, things into the ring.
Obviously, he's not the biggest wrestler we've
Now this
seen.
guy in
He is
here,
the
this is the
most
fatter Russian. He was
At times he's
completely
downright dirty. I've been in
useless.
the ring with him and against him. It's not so much his scientific.
He
it's just
is.
the fact that he's
He
not
doesn't
afraid to do
sell free
anything
for
it
the
takes
most
to win.
part.
Well, I think maybe
He no-sells
scientific
way too
aspect
much.
is that
He just
he knows
and he's limited in what he'll even do.
to get away with it.
He's a no-holds-barred type
Back when they wore
wrestler. He
red
doesn't
gear,
care
Jason
what
used to
he
call him
does. He
Big
has
Fat
done
Tomato, and it
everything.
was very
He's brought
aptly
chairs
named, I
into
would
the
say.
ring. He's brought axes into the ring, anything.
Well, what lets the Russians bring their
I think
chain to
another
the
name
ring?
Jason
Now,
game was
I had a
Humpty
match in
Dumpty.
Chicago with the Russians, my partner and I. And my partner now has had elbow surgery because he's had torn ligaments in his left elbow. They obviously used a chain. It was on the tape. What the president say about that?
The Russians use the chain a lot. You remember the Russians use a lot of chain matches also, and they always carry it with them. They'll use it any way they can. If they can choke with it, they'll choke with it. If they can hit with it, they'll hit with that chain.
I'm surprised he actually backed up.
Right, and then you got an eye rake, and
What I see is an important is what the referee is going to call.
Dr. Dread has given up a lot of size here, so he's got to revert to some of those tactics. We'll see. If we got the same
Oh,
treatment
give it to
back.
me and I'll give it back to you. Well, what do you think their strategy is here against these Russians? Obviously, they outweigh them.
Well, the trick is to get the Russians
I'm
to the
sorry,
mat.
I was
Once they're
never
on their
impressed
backs,
with
it takes
these
a lot of energy
Russians.
for the Russians
No.
to get back up because they are so big.
And like a turtle, once you turn him over, he isn't going to
yeah, he's like a turtle, all right.
Then you've got the other team, Dr. Dread's team here.
Let's see if he takes
They've
a
got
bump
their
here.
help sitting over here on the side, you know.
Nope,
Their manager
he catches Dread.
distracted.
Ah,
Wait
he took a bump.
Wait a kick.
Oh my gosh.
And there's that. Get him on the mat. He rolls
I
away.
gotta watch out over here.
He did take a bump though, I gotta say.
And the bounty hunter at ringside, one of
Better than what he'd do for me.
Dread's new finds.
Dr. Dread brought him up. taught him everything he knows.
You know who I'd like to get on as a guest one of these times? Deon.
He's fighting him. My goodness.
Well, you know where he's at?
I don't. Jeff knows. I mean, Jeff knows, I think. But yeah, I mean, I think Deon would make a great, just talk about this stuff. I'm sure he'd have stories. Be interesting to hear from Deon.
Key here also for the Russians would be to keep.
Well, my big goal is I'd love to get Slickster on here.
Yeah, and Steenerson. Yeah, for sure.
This outlaw from Texas.
Angie keeps saying, yeah, he comes on. He'll say, oh, come on. He says he's going to come on. He's going to do it, but then he never does.
I tell you, they grow him big down there in Texas, and this boy is no slouch. He's
He's always welcome to, though.
He's strong.
All NWF alum, you're welcome to come on.
Has
yeah.
one half of the World Tag Team Championship teamed up with Deon Dallas to go against these two.
Why
would he split from his partner?
Crossen's match was one he'd asked for. Right. The mystery man, and in order to keep his tag team sharp,
there goes Dred. There goes
Mike is explaining why Dred's teaming with Deon instead of me.
Oh, I think Dred learned a lesson there.
That Russian is strong.
Yeah, no selling for Deon.
Looks like it faced.
I don't know who got.
Like I said, Deon was, or Ernie was better than the fat one.
As I was saying, I think Dred.
Oh, nice drop kick by Deon.
Dr. Dred accomplished what he
Yeah, he was
wanted to
better, but
accomplish
not much when it came to the Russian gimmick.
Now when he's dirty Ernie,
No, he's fine when he's dirty Ernie.
love him to death.
I think Deon is hurting though.
It's just the gimmick. It's this gimmick. He did not do the gimmick right.
Deon plays the lame duck
The Russian tag team people want to see you guys get the crap kicked out of you. They never let that happen.
Are smart enough to know what's going on in this ring.
They never let that happen.
Psychology between Deon and Dr. Dred. Their psych tactics do intimidate a lot of opponents.
See, there we go again. Here's some chain wrestling again, guys.
He did use the hair to put the man down in the match. Yes, he did.
With Tony,
Yes, he did. I don't think the referee saw it.
we weren't oblivious to chain.
Well,
But that being said, the Europeans definitely do it better.
Yeah.
Back body drop.
that has got to send. Uh-oh, here comes Dred again.
There's about a 2.5 count. Dred just barely made it in there to save his partner.
I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best, this match.
Deon has to get out of the ring.
I'm just not a fan of the Russian tag team. Never was.
Neither am I.
The end of this match.
Well, Wayne, are you back from your bathroom break yet?
The sneaky
Dred's going
Dred.
in there to
Pull
drag his
over,
partner
Dred.
over so he can tag.
The ref let him get it. Wait.
I tell you, Dr.
Deon's very, very skinny, but I always thought he was good.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to be a big, huge, muscle-bound idiot
Right.
to be a good wrestler.
I think it should have been an illegal tag.
Well, do you think he even saw it, though?
Well, he did see him drag him over to the
You know, some people will say, like, why were you guys, some of you guys and kids, like Ice Dragon was only 16, 17 at the time, maybe 16.
Have they come from
And he's, and they're wrestling adults. No different than what, Ricky did when he started at 14 wrestling adults.
Yep.
Not a big deal.
Good body slam.
little man has
Can you imagine that?
It's professional wrestling. What's the age have to do with it,
Is
really?
that ever a painful one?
He's going to be Chinese.
As long as both opponents are consenting.
Yeah.
I've got a headlock. Oh.
I mean, I remember being in the ring with people twice my age.
Yep. In this business of, but your kids and your bones are still growing and you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. Get out of the helicopter parenting bubble, please. I don't want to hear it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
We
don't
we
care.
were having a blast.
From the time of our lives doing this.
I mean, personally, I think that these people that say, your bones were growing, wonk, 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 whatever,
I mean,
I think what it is at our young age, we were living our best life. We were living our dreams. And they've never come close to accomplishing their dreams.
And these people that say that about pro wrestling, why aren't you saying that about football and hockey and boxing and karate and all the other sports that kids do at 6 and 7 years old on up? Why are you silent there? But only for
Exactly.
pro wrestling. That's why I call the bullshit card on that, dude.
But he's got
Yeah.
the Russian screaming in pain. For little man, Red can. Oh,
Whoa, that's a big, huge
oh, oh.
no-go there.
Deon got
I don't
in
know.
there to help out Dread.
Or he just didn't sell or what? That did not go. That suplex.
It looked like they had the suplex timed wrong.
Something was wrong with it.
Because if you go back and watch Ernie hop, and Dread didn't pull him up.
There's the sleeper
Oh,
hold.
a sleeper hold.
All intent and purposes, it should
You don't see that anymore, hardly.
But Dr. Dread is one of the
Yeah, you
last
do.
to
John
put
Cena
his hold
got
on.
his career ended by a sleeper hold.
I said you don't see that anymore, hardly. I didn't say ever.
What's this?
You know,
Oh,
Gunther uses it quite a bit.
Cowboy Steve.
Not as common as it used to be, though.
Here's your Dr. Dread
No.
back.
And
Cowboy
the ref
Steve.
hasn't seen it. What is going on? He's helping him out.
Goodness, he's
The ref is,
helping out the Russians.
if we could
Hard to
get
believe.
involved, unbelievable.
I know Keaton had made a comment about when I gave Ricky a back body drop. He said they don't see back body drops very often.
Not
Cowboy
really.
Steve gets in the ring to help the Russians.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe.
Our eyes.
He had to be paid something
Ricky
for
took that back body drop
We
beautifully
see,
too,
the ref doesn't
Yep.
see
for not doing it
two
very
completely
often.
different things.
So
Dread's going after
the Russians got the win. Is that what I seen?
Oh,
Yep.
Throws a chair into the ring.
Because Cowboy Steve hit
out of there.
Dread
My
with that
goodness, ladies
cane or
and
whatever
gentlemen,
it is.
I believe
We've
this.
just seen a turnabout.
I just think Cowboy Steve went over. He had to be bought. He had to be bought to go over to the
Bought and
Russians.
paid for.
I tell you, turnabout, a big turnaround in this.
Yeah, that's why
match
people
today.
didn't like wrestling the Russians, because generally you weren't
We're
gonna
gonna be
win.
cutting away to a commercial
Yeah.
here now.
Either there's gonna be a draw, a disqualification, some crappy finish, or you lose to them.
Sleeper and all of a sudden some buddy of mine, friend for 10 years, turns on me. Looks like a fat chicken.
Deon's talking about Cowboy Steve.
Yep.
We'll be right back with more NWF Wrestling right after these messages.
Well, at least the Russian match is over with. Let's see
Yeah.
what's next.
Match. No, don't open up.
Well, they opened up. They opened
We're
up.
back. You saw a very unusual match between Outlaw Deon Dallas and Dr. Dread against the Russian
That's that
Scorpion.
guy I was telling about, Tommy the
I don't
Mouth.
understand it myself. Cowboy Steve comes in the ring, supposedly the manager for Outlaw Deon Dallas, aids the Russians, they pick up the victory.
It was a turnabout. Unprecedented. Well, what do you have to say, Tiny? What do you think about what happened? Give us your...
Well, all I can say is that I have to believe that the manager Cowboy Steve was paid by the Russians to go over. I can't believe that a great man out of the great state of Texas, out of Dallas, could go across to the Russian side.
Good shot of the
There
crowd.
had to be some money involved. There had
Yep.
to be something there. You know, we've said that these Russian Scorpions are not above doing anything. The
You know,
Russians
this is
will
all
buy a
restored
championship if
footage
they
too,
have
Dave.
to.
We
Just
don't
to
talk
beat the
about this a lot
Americans.
and
They'll
everything,
always
but
buy that championship.
Yeah,
as
you're
much as
Project
we used to.
Starlight.
Exactly what
yeah,
happened.
Project Starlight really
We're
really
sitting
cleans
here,
up
you're looking
nice.
At me, Tommy Mouth.
So much better than what it did originally when I first started doing it.
Tiny.
Right.
Carnahan.
Like all the, you don't have, I don't see any alien faces or eyes in this like I used to in
Yeah.
that crowd.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Headquarters
Up
of the
here.
NWF.
You know, maybe that's who
out of
you should
Phoenix,
go after
Arizona.
for a
Charles
sponsor for us.
McIntosh, the third president
Who's
of
that?
NWF Wrestling. Sent him up
The
to
company
make
that
sure for an upcoming bout
Runs Project Starlight.
between Pretty Boy
Oh,
Taylor and
Topaz?
Ravishing
Yeah.
Rusty versus the
She don't look like she's having too much
I
fun.
think you guys were
No,
wondering
well, I
last
mean, she did
taping
just
here
watch
at
the
Dri-Dock
Russians,
what
so.
happened with
Well, that's
Pretty Boy
true.
Taylor
After seeing
at the
that
end of
match,
the
I don't
matches
blame
when he
her.
attacked a fan. And that is
Them
uncalled
Russian
for
team was
behavior
just
by any
dreadful to
professional
watch.
wrestler. And I'm
Like
up
I
here
said, they're the
as a
drizzling shit.
representative of Charlie
They are.
McIntosh, who's a longtime personal
They
friend of
are.
mine, asked me to come out of retirement, asked me to come up here and to be the enforcer that the rules.
Well, guys, if you're
have
on
got to be
Instagram,
enforced in this league.
You got about
Hurry up
10
and jump
minutes.
over here.
10 minutes to jump over to YouTube.
Well, there you've heard it. And I guess we're going to break away to another set of commercials because there's a little delay with the wrestlers. So we'll be back.
And
Oh,
if you don't
wow,
want to mess around with the bio link and everything, all you got to do is just go to YouTube and search NWF Forward, and our live stream should come right up.
No, actually, Rewind right now.
Oh, NWF Rewind, right? Yeah, NWF Rewind.
Nearly 7 foot tall.
Oh, Gordzilla.
And his tag team
He was
partner,
our Silo Sam.
managed by
That's
Sir
right.
Roy Winston, Hitman Hernandez.
So Gordzilla and Hitman Hernandez teaming up. That's Rick Pitts, referee. Very famous referee for the NWF.
For multiple reasons.
And here comes Gordzilla, big guy, very tall. And I think he wrestled barefoot, Dave. And then Hitman Hernandez, colorful tights. I always liked Hitman.
Well, everybody,
I liked the gimmick. I thought it was a good gimmick.
welcome. Here they come.
Hitman just got a little selfish in the ring. Didn't like to give a lot.
Red
Like to have his spots all the time. But
Stevens.
Yeah.
Grizzly, what a nice
Here
guy.
they are. Look
The
at the
NWF
size
jacket
of
there.
These wrestlers.
Look,
We're looking at the
This guy here, Grizzly Stevens,
he's gotta
super
be the
nice guy.
8th wonder
And his
of the
partner, the
world.
Predator, they were good
You aren't
friends.
kidding. Grizzly is pretty big
One of
in
the
himself.
biggest men I've ever seen.
Well, what do you think we're gonna see in this match here?
Well, I'll tell you, Grizzly Stevens is no slouch himself, but look at the size of that Gordzilla over on the other side of the ring over there.
I think they
Well, it's
saved
Grizzly and
the
Hitman.
biggest for last.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
At least
Hitman
Grizzly, he
is in
couldn't
against
push Grizzly
Stevens
around.
right
Like
now.
Grizzly,
Right.
The Hitman's
Yeah, he
got
was-
his work cut
he
out
was-
for him, though.
You bet, Jay. Whoa!
oh, he knocked Grizzly down.
Grizzly went down.
Grizzly bumped
He's
for
back
him.
on his feet.
But look at the agility for a big guy like Grizzly. He's a big
Yeah.
guy, and he's moving like a damn
He
cat.
moves as quick as a
Well,
bull.
like Vader,
I've never seen a man that
Yeah.
size move that fast before.
you know.
Big guys to be able to move like that. Steenerson was like that too.
Yeah.
Attractive and colorful pants I've ever seen.
That Hitman's pants is something else, aren't they? Look like they come right off of downtown.
Oh, in comes the Predator and relative newcomer.
Yeah, Predator very new, doesn't know a whole lot right away here. Yeah, you don't see. Do they do that arm twist anymore, Dave, like that? I haven't seen that
Not
for a long
really.
time. That was always very common in the
Before any
80s.
other leagues, but right now he's certainly
The arm twist flip, like, have you seen there?
The arm ringer, yep.
Yep, the arm ringer.
Personal friend of Grizzly Stevens.
They both have to come out of the woods.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Predator is hurting.
it's a good elbow by Hitman.
Elbow, I guess.
Question now whether Hitman's bit off more than he can chew. Last time here at the Dri-Dock, Sir Winston offered.
Like I said,
Larry
Hitman was good. He's
contract.
just a little selfish
When Larry refused, Hernandez went to work.
with the maneuvers and stuff. Didn't do a whole lot of selling.
What
Just
can
a lot
you
of
do
giving.
against something like that?
Not a lot of taking.
And a lot of running.
That's about all.
Hit hard, fast,
I'd
and
like-
frequent.
Well, it's going to be interesting when Godzilla and Grizzly meet up in there.
You would bring
Oh,
a big
yeah.
man like that down. Oh,
Power slam.
Excellent power
You
slam.
got to take his knees out from under him. You have to take his knees out from underneath a guy that size to bring him down. And just a 2 count. Predator had a kick out there.
Actually, Hernandez pulled him up, and I questioned
The
that too.
roughness and rawness of our 80s style wrestling, Dave.
I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a man in this league that can body slam that
We wanted to have a realism to it, you know?
Grizzly Stevens
Grizzly.
here.
Not a choreographed,
Well,
crispness. That's not what we were after.
the Predator, he is worn out.
All right, let's see if we get Grizzly and up. We're going to see it. Grizzly and Godzilla, the two big guys.
Yep.
This will be the clash of the Titans, ladies and gentlemen.
The big men are in now.
And the ring hold up.
Whoa.
It took quite a
Grizzly
bit,
off his feet. First time I've seen that.
quite a bit to bring the Grizzly down.
Grizzly's a big guy, and look at he looks dwarfs to against Godzilla.
Yeah.
What in the world can a person do against that?
When mountains collide.
You
That-
summed it up.
That's about
He tags
800
in
pounds. in the ring.
Hitman. He tags in the Hitman again.
You
That's
are
that
saying
guy
now.
outside the ring with the hat on. That's Hitman's manager.
Good,
Sir
presence by
Sir Roy
Grizzly
Wilson.
Stevens, hang on to the rope.
Sir Roy Winston
Prevent
was
getting
his
drop
name.
kicked by Hitman.
Yeah.
Well, now I think
And
it's
he's got
about
the
time
shades
that
and
the
that
Predator got a little
hat on outside the ring. Yeah, he's the manager.
What he did to him last time.
And I just saw we had a comment come in.
Oh, it's Wayne. He says, I returned from my bathroom break and saw the Russians were still wrestling. Seeing them reminded me that I needed to take the garbage out.
The referee is doing all he can do in that ring. He's got 4 big men to watch in that ring at this time.
Well, you saved your eyes, Wayne. You saved your eyes.
Mendes making a mistake here, pandering to his ego.
The referee has a
Yes, Hitman had a big ego, you guys. Big time. That's for sure.
Managers on the side over here, you're going to almost need 2 referees.
Not the best clothesline. He should have followed through with it. Man, I can nitpick this so bad. Wait till Ricky nitpicks us. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically he can't nitpick me because I wasn't a part of the league yet.
Right.
He can nitpick the hell out of you, though.
Yeah.
So they'll both work over him.
Tag in the big man.
There it goes. Oh, look at that. A flexible.
Oh, they're arguing. Hitman and Godzilla. Hitman was saying, what are you doing? He's getting mad at Godzilla.
He's talking to the...
Uh-oh. What's happening over there?
Uh-oh, outside the ring. Look at Godzilla's got the manager. He's got Hitman's manager. Now Hitman sees it. Uh-oh, this ain't good. Got a chair. Whoa. Oh, he's smashing him with that chair, Dave.
What in the world's going on over there?
Hernandez is hitting with a chair, hitting his own partner over there.
I've got to put a stop to this.
I don't think Hitman took too kindly to his manager getting manhandled by Godzilla.
I can't.
We're going to have to ring the bell.
Well, it's the only way Hitman could have gotten him down.
What in the world? No.
Now they're just beating on Godzilla.
To Roy Winston the third.
And looks like he was counted out.
What's going on here? Who is this other man with him?
Yeah, looks like they are coming to the aid of Godzilla.
What in the world?
What's going on here? What happened over there, Hitman? You seen how big and stupid he is. When you get asked to wrestle with the Winston family, you perform. I paid this man to break bones. You see what he did there? He didn't do anything. Well, I think the vengeance is going to be his before he's done, Mr. Winston. Yeah. But now you see my new big man. I found him in Vegas. T-Rex. You remember that man? We're going to break some bones. What's his name? T-Rex. Yeah. T-Rex, yeah. Godzilla will kill him. Give him the 21 gun salute. Well, that's okay. That's okay. But the winners of the match, Grizzly Stevens and the Predator. Yes.
Hitman was a good talker.
Yeah.
You've seen it all here this evening. What an exciting card. We'll be right
T-Rex, they call him.
these messages.
I don't know if he ever had a match, at least not with the tapes I've got, but you know, after I took a break from the NWF and stepped away and stuff, I never kept the tapes anymore. So not sure if he ever got going or not.
See, nowadays, we keep track of the NWF stuff.
Pretty Boy Taylor and Ravishing Rusty, Dave. Well, at least Steve's
if it wasn't
entertaining.
for the fact, you know, talking to you and talking to our crowd, I'd probably turn off my screen right now.
Well, Steve is at least entertaining.
When he wants to be.
And your opponents, ladies and gentlemen, the Destructors.
And the Destructors.
Well, I don't think it'll be any surprise, but I'll be rooting for the Destructors.
Yeah. With the Mystery Man in the corner.
And this is post Gary Parr Destructors, I think.
Yeah, this is after Gary.
Matches going on this evening.
Ryan Rudd in there. John Hoffman.
This is the man that.
And we'll see if Ravishing Rusty actually wrestles. He might.
Has any more of the behavior that he
Been around enough now where he's probably learned a few things.
The last match here held
You might know how to do a body slam now.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I think that is unbecoming of a professional wrestler.
John Hoffman there, the one on the right, he was, not this guy, but the other one. He was a Golden Gloves boxer at the time. Very good at boxing.
And ended up promoting Golden Gloves, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and went on to become a professional boxer as well. And promoted boxing in the state of Minnesota for many, many years.
Told us to guard it with our lives. Well, that'll be the day that I guard that coat.
And there's Ryan Rudd right there.
Has been informed as to why
Ryan has his own podcast these days on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Rub you the wrong way a little bit.
Well, that's what I think he's
Totally
trying to do,
different
but
kind of thing. He
he's
does
not
like a
gonna get the
radio
job
show.
done.
Yeah.
And we're about to start this match. Ring the bell.
Psycho starting out for the Destructors. The Destructor team.
Yeah,
is
we'll have
Psycho
to
and
get all four of the
Chaos.
Destructors on
Chaos,
here
the
one of
big
these
man,
days.
Psycho the Speed.
That'd be nice.
You know, they were supposed to be on a couple of years ago, and
Combing his hair.
Yep.
He's got to look beautiful for I don't know who. I want to know a little bit
Well,
about
he's something else.
So it looks like it's John Hoffman in there right now against Ravishing Rusty. So Rusty's starting out for a change.
More paint outguesses. That's another one of the psych tactics that a lot of wrestlers use. to
You know,
intimidate
Pretty Boy
each other.
Taylor was a very confusing
Alcohol war
gimmick.
paint.
he could never decide if he was a Stan Hansen wannabe or if he was Jimmy Garvin wannabe.
Yeah, and then he got gold tights like he's Hulk
That's part of
Hogan.
tag team wrestling. They got to count
Yeah.
5.
I mean, he was all over the place
Shot
with
to
his
the ribs.
gimmicks.
Rusty's a wrestler that Pretty Boy Taylor found out.
What I
in
always
recent
didn't like
tour
is
in
he should have been a
Oklahoma.
chicken shit
They've
heel,
been
and he always
phenomenal tag
tried to be a
team
tough
together.
guy
I've
heel, and he
wrestled
was
several times
doesn't
myself.
have the
They're
body
very,
to
very colorful.
No.
I will agree
match
with
that
Especially
character.
those beautiful pink trunks. Oh, another man singing soprano this evening.
That was an awful low shot. there
Yeah,
by
that's
Ravishing
not
Rusty.
that's not
Oh,
really.
Power slam.
Great body
It's
slam.
Proper way to
okay.
pick up for a
it
power
shows the
slam.
power
No.
this man has.
Power body slam.
That shows you that he definitely wasn't. Definitely somebody Steve picked up from the local bar, I think.
Boy to stay in his corner.
That doesn't affect Pretty Boy at all. Pretty Boy just decides to do what he wants to do most of the time. He'll sneak in the ring any chance he gets.
Rusty really
That
working.
giant hair spot on the back of Steve's back. Everybody always questions it.
This man,
Well,
man,
I mean,
Pretty
it's
Boy Taylor, has broken
distracting.
every rule in any rule book that's
Very.
ever been
You know, if I had a big
for
hair
wrestling.
spot like that, I would wear
Ravishing has one of the
some kind of
destructors.
top or whatever to cover it up.
In the ring.
You know, like Mr. X did.
Yeah.
Well, Psycho. Oh, you could
'Cause
hear the bones crack.
It's
Okay,
very-
you
like you said, it's
can't even
spectacular.
do.
They were the former NWF World Tag Team Champions. Lost
Can't
recently
what?
to
Oh,
Crossen and
this
Dr.
Rusty's
That was down
frustrating
in
me. He can't even do that move
Rochester
properly.
just a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
February 20th, to be exact.
Well, in comes Pretty Boy. He seems to be a crowd favorite.
I'm not sure if Pretty Boy Taylor's a crowd favorite or if they just try to get on him out here.
Maybe
He
in an
does
alley.
have what they call rabbit ears in the ring.
Steve's got the headlock on the wrong arm. We're not in
Let's
Mexico,
talk some
Steve.
more wrestling.
That's what we'd say in training.
Yep.
In comes the big man.
Here comes the
Chaos.
other one of the Destructors, the big man of the two, and I think Pretty Boy Taylor's a little nervous now.
Yeah, Wayne
This
says,
power man has really come along since we first met them about 8
now I
months ago.
can't look at that hair spot. I know, now that you know it's there, it's like...
Seems to be working out.
But once you notice it, it's almost like the third eyebrow on George W. Bush. Once you see that third eyebrow on his head, you can't get your eyes off it.
Yep.
His training rivals that of the Equalizer.
The Equalizer we saw earlier this evening is in very, very top shape.
Yes, he was.
Chaos backing Pretty Boy into the corner. And Taylor hides. That's another typical Taylor trick.
Typical
It's all stolen,
Taylor
though.
trick.
Pretty Boy Taylor seems to think that the Destructor keeps grabbing his hair, and I haven't seen any evidence of it yet.
Now you were saying, Mike, that it's part of his tactic. What do you think he's trying to buy here with?
See, Ryan was like the
moves such
muscular
as that?
Destructor, so
Part of
but
nice
Steve
slap
never
by
let
Taylor.
him have
He
his
likes
shine
We
spots
never
and
get a clean
anything.
look
Right.
from Pretty Boy Taylor when they're on the ropes.
Trying
part
to
of
be a
it's just
tough guy.
Build up
It
Psycho
just
a little
doesn't
bit. I think
work.
he's got Taylor
Doesn't work
running, a little
because-
scared.
There he raked his eyes over the ropes.
And then when he's not looking, to let him have it. That's basically what Taylor
That's
uses
another
for
thing
that.
you don't see anymore.
Using a Dr. Dread move there.
It's
Shirt
sad.
off the back and then the nails.
The eye
across
rake on
back
the
of
rope.
Chaos.
Raked his
Yeah,
Raked it. I think he scraped
Now he's
the.
over conferring with his ravishing one.
I know when I did a practice match in my training at Salt Lake City, I did it.
Are they signaling that they've won
But yeah, they weren't used to doing it. Like they didn't realize what I was doing.
Right.
Whoever it was I was in the
You
ring
can see
with.
the handprint on Chaos's chest there for that Pretty Boy game. He's got one of the hardest chops in the league. Pretty Boy does. Side headlock now by Chaos. Back against the ropes.
Oh,
Pretty Boy.
this is where Steve could bump really well.
Pretty Boy's
Yeah.
out of the ring. He's going to take a walk around ringside out here. You can see that he needs a little time before he gets.
Of course,
back to
Ryan
the
was
ring.
an athlete in school, so he could, you know, shoulder blocks like that. He could do those pretty good.
Good move by Taylor to get out of the ring. Gets him a
Yes, sir. He's taking a long, friendly stroll. Now Ravishing.
Right in
Ravishing
front of
one
us.
is down.
Right,
that bell
signaling that
was
they won.
Well, our Instagram stream could have ended by now.
Yep.
So hopefully people
Hopefully
were
they all
there.
jumped over here.
Hugging his
over.
Ravishing one, his Ravishing friend.
You know,
Well, I don't know anyone with pink tights. I don't know if I'd want to hug him.
no kidding.
Looks like a challenge, test of strength with the big man. Taylor's crazy.
What do they have?
Yeah, see
planned
Taylor
here
doing a
now?
test of
Taylor's looking for a
strength.
test of strength, maybe.
Who should win the test of strength, Dave?
Looks like they want to lock it.
Oh, that's obvious.
Lock hands up.
He's
Ryan.
crazy. Chaos is,
Why do you say?
But, yeah, Steve
Chaos is
again
way too strong
messes
for
this
Taylor's-
whole thing up.
unless he's got something up his sleeve, it'd be
If I remember
ridiculous to lock
correctly.
up
I've
with
never seen
Chaos.
Pretty Boy Taylor not use an illegal move here.
Again, the crowd taunting Pretty Boy.
Again, we have
There
some.
they
You know, that's the
scratches
one
on
thing
Pretty
I
Boy
will give
Taylor's
Steve
back.
is he can work a
There
crowd.
they go.
Yeah, he could work it
It
well.
looks like, oh,
And there's a kick. I
As you
figured
had
he'd
said.
have to kick.
as you had said, he doesn't fight fair.
Now he rakes the
Yeah, that's
eyes,
fine. Kicking to get out of it. I don't have a problem with
And
that.
he throws him
Side
right
the ring.
outside of the ring.
Onto the
Now it's
linoleum
Pretty Boy
floor.
Taylor going to go down here and do outside the ring.
Throwing him into the crowd,
Crowd
onto
into
the
the
table. Oh,
Yep, trying
I
to be
can
a
see
Stan
why
Hansen,
some of the
Dave.
fans get upset at Pretty Boy.
And that would have been the
That's
point
what
if
we've
I would have
talked
been
about, ever since the last taping here
in
at
the match, I would have
Dri-Dock,
been
and then we have to
jumping down and jumping on
we
Taylor
have
as
to
soon as he
put
threw
a
my
stop to
partner
this
out
Pretty Boy Taylor's
over
antics outside of the ring.
on my
That's
side of the
what's
ring.
called for.
Yeah.
Fans
And
can get an episode
man, if I was
like that.
running the league, so I would have had Steve doing this totally different shit here.
Yeah.
While it does do more
He would
damage
not be
because it's not as
doing
bad
this
as
kind of
the ring is.
style.
The ring's not that
Ernie
padded,
kind of let the inmates
but,
run the
it
asylum.
does more
He
damage
did.
and it could result in a
He did a
KO,
little
but The
bit,
only way he's gonna
yeah.
win is to step in the ring.
Well, I'll say that mat is a lot more padded than that hard linoleum floor.
Yeah. Those tables. they
Ugly
got
ass
solid
hair
steel
spot, man.
Bottoms on them, just like this ring post over here, you know.
You know, he's got hair on his back, hair on his front.
And notice how he pulls these gold tights way up his stomach too. He looks
Side
kind of
headlock by
silly.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Good hip lock takedown.
Yeah, headlock takedowns. That's how we used to do them. Just kind of do it like get your hip into it like that.
Yep.
That's what Eddie taught us.
Oh, little hair pull. Two.
Turned into a pinning combination.
Two. And on
I
the
didn't
back
see a
bump
hair
against
pull.
Pretty Boy.
I'll just pull the hair on his back.
So with the windpipe, it's a choke.
Here we've got another choke hold by Pretty Boy
It was
Taylor.
very common for Stevie. He always would put that foot over the throat like that. He always used to do that choke.
He's saying
choke
the
move.
ref can only do his job. Now he's being bothered by the manager.
Oh, you could
That was a
feel it all
closed
the way
fist.
here.
That was a closed fist again
Give
by
that
Pretty Boy
man an
Taylor.
Anderson.
You know, Steve was one of the best bumpers we got, and he's not
There he
hardly
goes.
bumping at all.
Pretty Boy Taylor's
Nope.
real good at taunting his
Which
opponents,
is
you know.
completely, this is the problem with this match.
He has that.
Oh, a big bag of flour on his shoulder that he. And there it is.
Yeah, there's the bell, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty Boy
There it
Taylor.
is.
Like him or not, Pretty Boy Taylor
Well,
and Ravishing Rusty has won the match.
I think
so-
if we work, we can get Pretty Boy over here.
Is it possible to get Pretty Boy
I
over for an
think
interview?
We're going to. We're going to get
Pretty Boy Taylor, you're wanted ringside for an interview.
We're going to get Pretty Boy an interview here with Tiny
Come on over here, Pretty
Carnahan.
Boy Taylor. Mr. Taylor.
He's ravishing Rusty, man. What a joke he was, I tell you.
Well, you better start carrying who I am.
Oh, good.
I've been sent up here from Phoenix, Arizona by Charles McIntosh III, the president of the NWF. And he has sent me up here after reviewing the tapes of the last taping here at the Dri-Dock. And your behavior at your last interview was totally uncalled for.
Let me tell you something, fat man. I don't care where the heck you came from, and I don't give a darn who you talk to. I satisfied all these people out here, and I beat these disgusters in the ground.
You're going to listen to me now, Mr. Taylor, and I mean listen to me.
You don't sign my paychecks, pal.
These fans sign your paycheck. In the last match here at the Dri-Dock,
They ain't got enough money to sign a check.
you attacked one of the fans right here at ringside. Do you remember the incident? We have it on tape.
I did no such thing.
According to Charles McIntosh, because the fan has not come forward to press charges against you, they're going to label you down, they're going to put you down on restrictions as of this moment. Yes, sir. You're on a 6 months probationary period. You're on a 6 months probationary. He is on a 6 months probationary period, and any more attacks on fans will be levied with 10.
I think he picks up Ernie's kid.
Probably Sam.
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. You heard it. Tiny Kernahan speaking with Pretty Boy Taylor. They're back again. They're back.
You will pay the fine if there are any more attacks on fans. Don't you forget it.
Yep.
That behavior is going to get you a fine. Sit that young man down. Well, you behave yourself from now on.
Well,
I want them in town and hire any wrestler to enforce those rules. If I have to bring Godzilla out after that man, I will.
well, you've heard it here today. Pretty Boy has a 6-month probation period, and he picked up a young boy. This is your host.
Yeah, that was Ernie's kid.
Mouth. We're breaking away to a commercial.
I don't know if it was Sam or not. I think it might have been.
Yeah.
Of course, if everybody knows, Sam is in the wrestling business nowadays. Indie business.
I'd like to bring out our contestants and our combatants.
He was just a young kid then, though.
Yep. He got bit by the bug back then.
So Dream Warrior against Tommy Tucker. Two young up-and-comers here coming into the ring.
And his opponent.
Young guys.
His opponent coming out right
Well, at least
after him.
Tommy Tucker is.
Tommy Tucker.
Tommy Tucker probably 16. Dream Warrior might be his early 20s. But new to the league.
Yeah.
And of course, Tommy Tucker
Well,
new
here
as
we are.
well.
We're back again for the final match.
Very limited, though. When they're new, they don't know a whole lot, so you're going to see very basic moves out of these guys.
Not what you want to do is put two newbies in the same match.
Yeah, this is, again, Ernie's booking.
National
It's not what I would have done.
No.
I would have put Tommy Tucker against, like, Tim.
This Dream Warrior's
Yeah.
a Marine coming here.
No, I would have put
Well, June.
Dream Warrior versus Xandar.
Hide, or at least his neck.
Tommy Tucker is ex-Golden Gloves, also ex-high school amateur wrestler. So he's got a lot of tools in his background also.
And then with what they're saying, I would have put the other guy up against
Lock up in the
John
against the
Hoffman.
ropes. Tucker
Mike,
moves the Dream Warrior against the ropes.
Well,
Knowing this background about Tommy Tucker, it tells me that Mike probably talked to him, and that those are probably facts that he brought up.
Yeah.
So Tommy Tucker probably was in Golden Gloves boxing
don't know what
and
to
amateur
expect.
wrestling, so
Don't
it's
know what to expect from
a little
him.
bit of that under
Muscles,
his belt.
combat boots, battle fatigues.
See the communication there.
Oh,
Yep.
another body slam.
Sloppy cover by Tucker.
Nice
That's
look,
what
though,
the
for Tommy
shows.
Tucker.
That shows the inexperience, yeah. Tucker's got to cover better
More
than that. You gotta get the
communication.
legs up. You got to
Yeah.
get the leg up.
At least one, if at best.
Well,
Great body
It
slam.
looks like Tommy Tucker's wrestling barefoot.
there's that big
Yep.
Marine scream.
Caught him on the
I've
chin.
never understood why guys wanted to go barefoot.
Oh.
Because it hurts your ankles bad, as it is, no matter what
Right.
age.
Exactly is the rule for.
You don't have the boot.
Takes care of the earlobes. That takes care of the earlobes.
What was that?
That knocks your equilibrium completely off balance when they slap them on the side of the head like that on the ears. You got the tubes in the ears for your equilibrium. Once you get hit there, just knocks you all wacko.
Irish whip in the corner.
I was asking, what is the exact rule on a fist? Should it be an open fist, a closed
Supposed
fist?
to be an open hand at all times.
The Dream Warrior, in my opinion, is coming very close, borderline on that.
Getting towards the end of the show here. This is the last match,
Yep.
everybody.
When the ref's not looking,
Lots of
you hope they
communication
play
going
by the
on
rules,
here.
but they won't.
Yeah, they're making it obvious.
Nice pickup, nice body
Good
slam.
body slam.
This little Tommy Tucker, I don't think. No,
See,
I don't think
body
they can call
slam,
it little
clothesline,
anymore.
leg drop. They don't know a whole lot more.
Count of three, ring the bell.
At least not yet.
Your winner, like it or
Right.
not.
They would learn more as time goes on. But remember, they're brand new, so.
Your winner, like it or not, Tommy Tucker.
I hope you've enjoyed tonight's card.
That's how it was done, Dave. You learn
Yeah.
a few moves and then you get thrown in there. That's how it was back in these days. You didn't have schools like you do today.
Mike
Right.
Patrick's
I mean, we did have Eddie Sharkey and stuff like that training, but not like where you keep training forever.
Phoenix, Arizona, the
That's how it
headquarters
is.
of the
Indie
National
training never
Wrestling
ends.
Federation.
Right.
Well,
Well, it wasn't
Well-
like that back then.
Once you think you know everything in the ring, it's time to get out.
Well,
I guess
See,
not.
and back then they didn't. They trained you for. It was never thought of to keep
And
training.
we'll be back
It was never thought of.
next week.
The idea was you'd train for
I
3
don't know what that
months,
meant, but we'll be
4
seeing
months,
you.
whatever, and then you start wrestling, and the rest of your training came from actually working shows.
Yeah.
So that's just very common in how it was. I believe that's the end of the show.
Yep. That would be the end.
But yeah,
So, as we said at the top of the show, folks, next week Crusher will join you with Ricky.
well, yeah, let's just say what's coming up. So next
Yeah.
week, guys, join us on Friday, because on Friday it's going to be just Mitch. Used to be known as Mitch the Kid. He's going to be our guest, and we're going to hear from first time we're going to hear from him and maybe see some of his matches recently, and with Ricky. And Ricky, he's going to go shouting off on his big mouth on this one. This should be quite a confrontation here.
Well, I haven't seen a whole lot of just Mitch, but
Well,
looking at him, Ricky better watch his tone.
Well, and he's very well schooled in that ring. Believe me, Mitch is very capable, just like Ricky. I mean, this is going to be a real challenge for Ricky. I'm going to say that right now, and it's going to be a heck of a match. They're going to have it on April 25th in England, in the United Kingdom, is where it's going to happen for the NWF World Championship. Big match.
Ricky, you're going onto his turf.
Yep, Full Tilt Wrestling. The 15-year anniversary show they're doing, and
Right.
to celebrate that, the NWF Championship is on the line. So that should be a good one. And then, Dave, that's next week. That's going to be Friday.
Right.
Then, in 2 weeks from now, Dixie Dave's going to join me exactly in 2 weeks on Thursday on our normal rewind time for an NWF Fast Forward show. Me and Dixie Dave for a change.
Yep. I haven't been on since we had the first time we had Officer Smalls on, and of course we had Hernandez with him.
Yep.
Understandably, Hernandez wasn't sure who the hell we were, so he wanted to protect his wrestler.
Yep. So he came on with them and stuff, and it was a great interview. And I remember Cade, aka Officer Smiles, was very nervous that first show. And by the way, I want to say this: Officer Smiles and his new tag team partner, I forget the name, captured tag team championships down in San Antonio. How about that?
Oh, Awesome. Congratulations, Smalls.
Yeah, so I see he's posting pictures with the belt now. They got tag team titles. I believe they beat Hernandez and I forget who to get those belts, I think.
You know, that just tells you how good Smalls is somebody like Hernandez is willing to put him over.
Right. So everybody's saying, well, gosh, when's the next Rewind show going to happen? Well, the next Rewind show is actually going to be in
3 weeks from tomorrow.
No, it's actually 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks from tomorrow. And it is going to be not Dixie Dave, but Ricky Henry joining me for the NWF Rewind show as we look at studio taping 32. So now that we did a Dri-Dock taping, we're going back to the early days. And Dave, you wanted it to be an early show with Ricky. Well, It's going to be an early show. And you know, Ricky, he's going to have a field day making fun of me because he goes out of his way to make fun of me. He always does.
If I remember correctly, isn't that the anniversary of one of our Armory shows?
It is. Friday, March 20th was Night of Wrestling at the Anoka Armory in 1987. The NWF NCWA dual event featuring the main event that night was Luscious Larry against Derek Dukes, who was wrestling under a hood as the Punisher.
And if I remember correctly, that was also the night that Larry and Steve stole the ring.
They stole the ring. They stole all the money. And that was that show. And to make matters worse, when Steve Engstrom got his hands on this tape, when Troy very foolishly let him take it home, Steve recorded over the whole event. So we don't even have this on tape anymore.
Right.
Unfortunately. Well, not this show, but I'm talking about that Armory card you're talking about.
Right.
So, but this will be a good show, though. I mean, it's going to be a fun show seeing Ricky, on a Rewind show with me. And
right.
Yeah, I know he's going to have, like I said, that Ricky Henry goes out of his way to make fun of me and to try to belittle me. And that's
Ricky is going to be more smug than ever before.
But Ricky's got to remember this. Crusher still owes him a shoot match. So if he gets too out of hand, I will take care of business.
Right.
So there's that. So Ricky, you just better watch your tone with Crusher. You better not get too crazy with your making fun of me because I know he's going to. But that's going to be fun. Those are what we got coming up on the horizon, all those shows. So,
okay. And another thing, Crusher, today's Thursday. It's the 26th. So here in, what do we have? 3 days. It's the first of the month. What happens on the first of the month?
We have a new show going up on the Video Network.
Exactly.
So let's take a look and see what that's all about. This is what's coming up on the Video Network on the first of the month, everybody. So if you're not a member of our YouTube Championship Club or a member of our Vimeo network, you don't get to see this, at least like this. But if you are a member, this is what you get to see on March 1st. Remember, you can always join. So I always encourage everybody to join our Championship Club on YouTube or the Vimeo network. But here's what they get to see, Dave. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
The Thunders? Well, folks, here we are with our match.
And for all you rascals out there, dirty, mean, and down and grubby, look out, because the hammer's back.
Oh, Pretty Boy Taylor is back in the NWF.
These invaders. Oh! Drop kick by Slick Stenerson to Anoka.
Call the number on the top of your screens. Tickets will be on sale at the door if there are. Call now.
Body slam. Wow. And down goes he goes. We got.
Speaking any moment now, I think the cat's got his tongue.
And there he's going to work on Mr. X. He just nailed X2 on the ring apron.
This is Crusher's top rope. What is he doing? What is this? A chair. Oh no! He missed it.
Studio Taping 61 hits the network March 1st, Dave.
Yep.
From Fred Moore Junior High.
And I believe that was a taping not long before the first Anoka Armory.
Yeah, the Anoka Armory is already announced. So
yep.
You can see all that ticket information up on the top of the screen and stuff. That's what they were talking about there. So yeah, Anoka Armory was already in the works, and that was one of the Fred Moore tapings leading up to it. So but yeah, so, well, Dave, I think we're pretty much wrapped up with the show. I mean, that was a good show today. I can't think of much more. We talked about what's coming up and everything. And so, like I said, in a week, I'm going to be real excited to have Ricky and Mitch together to start talking about that championship match. We'll see what comes out of the Ricky's mouth. You know, him and his big mouth like to go running wild, and we'll see what he does with Mitch.
Right.
And then, like I said, in 2 weeks, Dave will be doing an NWF Forward show with me. And we're going to discuss not only my match with Ricky, but Ricky's upcoming match and current dealings and such in NWF Forward that Dave wants to be able to have a chance to chime in on for a change.
Yep. I'm going to hold my tongue for now. I'm going to watch this card, view it with an open mind. And who knows what'll come out of my mouth in 2 weeks.
What Dave's saying, he's gonna review the last show that I was on with Ricky at NIPW. He's gonna see the show and see the card and give his full review, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So that'll be a fun show. And then of course me and Ricky doing NWF Rewind will be interesting as well. Very interesting stuff coming up here.
And to our fans, if you enjoy the show, Crusher, sit back for a second because mine's not available anymore. If you go to the NWF website, go under our products tab, you can find shirts such as one Crusher Crossen's wearing right now.
There we go. Lots of cool shirts.
We got t-shirts, we got DVDs, we got books that you can buy.
In fact, a real easy way to get to that, Dave, is just to go here to the nwfshop.com. That's where you can get all the products. It's a direct link. And lots of cool stuff there. But you know what I really encourage people to do is to go, and if you're watching this on YouTube, join our championship club.
Yep. Join the championship club.
You get to see full shows in high definition and true HD. They're not HD on here, unfortunately, because we have to dummy it down to make it work.
And folks, if you're a wrestling fan, let your friends know about us. We're here every couple of weeks.
Yep.
You can see kids live out their dreams, and you can actually talk to two former champions in the company.
Yep. We take all questions and stuff. A lot of people have questions too. They're trying to figure out, well, what is this? How did you guys do this? How did it happen? It's just, Dave and I have talked about it so much over the years, but it's just like, it was so rare. You just didn't see kids doing what we were doing in the 80s. Granted, you've seen a ton of this backyard wrestling in the 90s, but this was a decade earlier. And
we were trying to take the business seriously.
More serious than they were. And we weren't trying to hurt one another. And
we
lots of differences.
We were doing this in the 80s, back when the AWA was still a thing, and we had Vern Gagne's ear.
When we started, Dave, in 1984, the territory system was still in place.
Oh, yeah.
That's how early this stuff is, you guys. The show that we're going to watch with me and Ricky Henry, and he does Rewind, that show, just to put this in context, was filmed, I think, let me get this right here. I want to make sure I don't screw it up.
Because you know, if you do, Ricky will tear you apart on it.
Yeah, because let's see. Because Ricky is let's see.
Ricky is an 18-year-old who is a stickler for detail.
Yeah, so this show we're gonna watch, I got it right, was actually filmed 20 years prior to Ricky being born.
Yeah.
That's how early it is. So yeah, so we're going back in time. And of course, for those who are wondering what I'm talking about here, maybe just tuned in, I'm talking about this show here. Ricky's going to join me for a Rewind show on
March
20th, and it's going to be this taping in the Group W Cable TV studios. And of course, you know, Ricky, any chance he has to poke fun and make fun of me, he's going to do it. And that's what he's going to do for sure. So I'm going to be ready for it. Don't worry about that.
He's going to rip on your interviews. He's going to... Any little detail he can rip on, he's going to do it.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be fun, though. And then, so yeah, that's what we got coming up. So guys, join us. Like I said, in a week, it's going to be Ricky and I on a normal forward show as we have Mitch the Kid. And that's going to be our next one. So join us in a week from tomorrow for that on Friday.
Right. And then 2 weeks from tonight, join Crusher and I for NWF Forward, where I will give my opinions on the card, potentially on NIPW.
Well, Dave's got lots of things he wants to talk about. He's really looking forward to doing a Forward show. He hasn't had a chance to be on Forward in so long, so it's like he has a lot to say. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be a good show.
All right.
Remember, on Forward, you get the truth, guys. It's going to be, we're kind of teasing you here, but no, it's like Forward's all about speaking your mind, and that's what we're going to have.
And you know, just in case I offend any promoters who've worked with Crusher, keep in mind the opinions that will be expressed that week are those of Dixie Dave and Dixie Dave alone, not Crusher Crossen and the National Wrestling Federation.
And I don't hold anybody back. I always let people speak their mind here. So you can, we don't say, hey, you can't talk about this or you can't talk about that. No, everything's open. So join us next week. It'll be a great show.
Correct.
I'm sorry, 2 weeks for that one. Yeah.
So we did Rewind tonight. You're going to get 2 forwards.
Back-to-back forwards.
And then you'll get 2 rewinds back-to-back. And then we'll be back to our usual scheduled broadcast.
So that's going to be fun. So join us when we're live again, and we will talk to you guys next time we're live.
See you in 2 weeks.